Hi there, I'm Jason with Full Spectrum Power. I'm here at the PRI show with Scott Taylor, driver of the John Doe car, which we are standing right next to. We're going to talk lithium batteries today.
So a lot of times when you think of a lithium battery, you don't think of it standing up, to the test.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to say. In NPK car, we made it down to the finals and it lost the prime for the fuel. So I had to spin this car. Literally, I was on the starter for over 2 minutes and this battery hung in there.
Right.
And that was 2 years ago. And guess what? That battery is still in the car today.
Unbelievable.
So I mean, it's just a huge testament to Full Spectrum batteries that I have a lithium batteries in my car 2 years ago, and I have beat it down to nothing and charged it back,
and it survived.
And it still survives. So at 14 pounds, this thing will crank a freaking dump truck. I mean, it will crank whatever.
I mean, that is what a Pro-charged Hemi Mark III with a 141.
Yep, it's a Proline 7.
Yeah.
140 Pro charger. I mean, big compression, big cubic inch, and it starts it like it's a toy.
Yep. I mean, it's just remarkable. And like, if my memory is right, it was 2 brails that we pulled out of the car that were just over 16 pounds.
Yep.
And replaced it with 1 P-Motive 2K.
At 14 pounds.
At 14 pounds. And you have better voltage stiffness under load, faster cranking, better recovery, and significantly greater capacity.
And the 2 pounds lighter, it's tough to find weight in the racing industry.
Yeah.
So we found 2 pounds there. And the first time I started the car, I noticed a substantial difference, like you say. It was huge. Most batteries, when you start spinning it, it drops immediately.
Right.
This one, it holds a steady pace until it starts.
Yep. I mean, that was the goal, right? And I remember the skepticism from you when we talked originally here a couple of years ago, where you were like, I don't know, but all you need to do is try it. To see, like, oh no, this is the real deal.
For sure. Anytime there's a new product out there, you want to test it to see what it is. And that's what we done. We was at the racetrack, we stuck it right in the car, and guess what? It's never been out of the car in 2 years.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, it is definitely the time for an upgrade.
For sure, for sure. I think it's time for an upgrade just because of how much we beat on it.
Yeah.
But at 2 years old, and it's still working absolutely flawlessly.
Yeah.
That's pretty good considering we're running basically a Pro Mod and steel body trim. We've shook it, we've run it dead, we've done everything that we could possibly do to destroy it. It still works perfect.
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. And that's like the greatest lab in the world for us, because obviously this is all we do. We only build race products for racers, whether it's motorbikes or cars. But when you get a 370 car beating the crap out of your stuff week in and week out, I mean, what other testimonial do you need, right?
Yep.
That's just unbelievable.
Definitely stamp of approval for me. And it's tried, tested, and proven in my heart.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. So talk to us a little bit about this. We got this car in the booth. Heather has been coming by here and kind of making sure that the car looked good. It looks awesome. What'd you do?
So Bad Habits Fabrication went in and totally redone the car for us. They painted it, put headlights in, new carbon wing on it, and repainted the whole car. It's
nice.
New Lexan, pretty much new from one end to the other on the exterior.
Yep.
It's something it deserved. We went to Australia with the car and went 15-0 over there in Australia. We went undefeated there. So I said, we won some money. It's time to get the car updated, so that's what we did.
How cool is that?
No better place to put it than a Full Spectrum booth. Let everybody come by and check it out.
We appreciate that so much. It's amazing to see the traffic that comes here specifically for this.
Well, hopefully everybody noticed the battery for sure, and also this mount. This is you just sent me out one of these mounts.
Yep.
This mount is absolutely awesome. It captures the battery 100%, and that made it super easy to install. So we put this new mount in the new car that we're building. We got another Camaro that we're building, and it's almost done. It's in paint now, and obviously we put the 2000 battery in it with a new billet mount that you have. We
are here at PRI. We introduced a new charger yesterday. Scott was instrumental in kind of testing and developing this for us. We sent the second one that we ever received out. Scott beat on that thing all year. These guys are not kind to these products. They get kicked around and tossed around in and out of the trailer a million times. They're exposed to moisture and everything else. And again, that stuff held up as well. So, I mean, that's always a real issue, right? Keeping these things charged.
Absolutely. You know, we run really quick, like 45 minutes, they call us back in the lanes, and this charger was able to keep up and keep the battery topped off 100%. Right. And we probably race more in a season than most people do in 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
You know, life expectancy on our stuff is not as much as the general public.
Yep.
And this thing breezed right through the season. We didn't have the first issue with it. And I think this charger and, you know, the full spectrum battery is a perfect mate now.
And yeah, I mean, that's what we were hoping. That's exactly like, you know, kind of what we were praying for when we set out to kind of build this deal. And again, like that kind of feedback that keeps me coming to work every day.
Yep, it's definitely a good match.
And thank you very much.
I appreciate you having me in the booth.
Thanks.